Thursday Night Football, the Pittsburgh Steelers 6-5-1, travel to Minnesota to play the Minnesota Vikings at 5-7-1. Minnesota is favored by 3 points in this game. We kind of talk about it every week that Kirk Cousins has great numbers, completing a high percentage of his passes, coaches, but they just can't win football games. I'm going to read off some numbers for you. Look at their last game. Look at their games this season. They lost in overtime to Cincinnati by 3. They lost to Arizona by 1. They lost to Cincinnati by 7. They lost to Dallas by 4. They lost in overtime to Baltimore by 3. They lost to 6 by San Francisco. They lost again to Detroit, and I really mean Detroit, by 2 points. What do you do with a football team like this, Coach? They loses close games like this. This is a team that just can't get over the hump. They've got a good quarterback, but I go on the other side of the board. I like Pittsburgh. Everybody's talking about Big Ben. Big Ben's not doing a great job. He's still completing 65% of his passes, but their offense with Najee Harris is picking it up. They're doing a little bit better. How about T.J. Watt on the defensive side of the ball? This is a guy that in 10 games this year has 16 sacks, 16 tackles for losses, and those lead the NFL. Big Ben saying he should be Defensive Player of the Year. I don't agree with that. This is going to be a close game down the wire. What Mike Tomlin does with less really impresses me with this football team. He's never had a losing season. The worst season he had is 8-8. I just think going into this game, you've got Dalvin Cook on the other side of the ball that's got a shoulder problem. Minnesota's getting 3 points. It's got to be a close game. I just like the way the Steelers' offensive line is getting better. They're young. They're not that good, but they've been getting better and better each week. I got the Steelers in this game, giving them 3 points, winning this game 24-20.
Well, I think Kirk Cousins gets a bad rap, Mark. I mean, he can't do any more than what he did the other day. 30 completions out of 40 attempts for 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. I mean, what more can he do? He can't play defense. He can't tackle. There used to be the purple people eater defense in Minnesota. No longer. Now, I think Cousins having a tremendous year. 25 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. Dalvin Cook has been banged up, hadn't been able to be as productive. Also is a very, very good pass receiver out of the backfield. So Cousins has done this without a great receiver other than Jefferson and Cook being injured. But the purple people eater defense has just let him down time after time. Now let's go to the Steelers. What a great win against Baltimore. They're down by 10. They come back, they take the lead, and lo and behold, Baltimore Ravens come back and score. Instead of kicking the extra point, they got the best team. They go for 2, and they don't make it. They don't convert it. He was wide open. But the reason that Harbaugh said he had to go for 2 because both his cornerbacks were injured. We're always writing off the Pittsburgh Steelers, but never write them off as long as Tomlin's on the sideline. But their offensive line is really bad, Mark. You can say they're getting better. You say they're, yeah. But I think Harris made some of the most outstanding runs I've seen getting back to the line of scrimmage. He is a great competitor. He's impressed me. He's going to be one of the best backs in the NFL once they give him some protection. Pittsburgh Steelers used to be the steel curtain. That's where it all starts. And they do have 2 outstanding defensive players. You mentioned one. But in addition to that, I think Hayward's an excellent defensive football player as well. They have they only have 7 interceptions on defense. You can't do that. They've been outgained by almost 500 yards for the year. There's no way in this world you could win doing that. Yet the Steelers are sitting there. They're still in the hunt. Steelers win this game 24-23, but it will be because Kirk Cousins doesn't play defense.
You know he's 8-17 in primetime games.
I know he is, but Mark, his performance, you can't blame it on him. He gets no help, no support.